Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our hosts Jim Studebaker and Todd Robertson give you strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Jim and Todd.
Yes, here we are, Jim and Todd, the Take a Listing Today podcast. I'm Jim, and that's Todd.
And over here in the corner, Lisa Gray, our producer in the house.
And I'm Jim.
Yay!
Oh,
wait,
What?
he's just...
No, you are not.
No,
you are Lisa. So welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, now seen and heard on great stations like iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and even more. Maybe. On today's show, Stitcher. Yes, that's another one there. On today's show, we will discuss something wonderful. How about some business photo ideas from the pros on how to stand out from the crowd?
Love it.
You don't want your photo to look like everybody else out there. You want to stand out. And we're going to tell you exactly how to do that. Is that right?
Yes.
Lisa. Okay, good.
It's awesome. This is an amazing show. This is one where you want to take notes.
Yes, take notes unless you're
It's a lot of
driving,
information.
and then listen to it, and then get back to the office, and then watch it again and take notes.
Yeah, there you go.
Correct. And the reason this was prompted, right, is because we all went back to the print shop a few weeks ago and gathered some random marketing pieces. And we know it's happening all over the country. So this is one little thing right here. If you take this podcast, if you're listening or watching, and just implement and just level this one metric up, it will make a difference.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, it's subtle little things. And,
Right.
you know, this doesn't mean, oh, I'm not going to be able to do any marketing because I don't have the money in the budget right now to go and spend $2,000 for professional photos. That's not what we're talking about.
Right.
You don't have to go in that direction. I actually see plenty of photos that I really like that I can tell somebody took on a phone, as long as it's high res and some of these elements are correct, you know, that we're going to mention today.
And with all the newer phones, a person could take a bunch,
Yeah.
have one of their best friends look at it, or someone will tell them the
High
truth.
res is the most important thing. Some of them, they're very low resolution.
Right.
All right. Should we try some phone calls?
Let's try it. Pete Dottie is actually the winner of the contest, our weekly gift card contest, tomorrow. He does not know. So,
See, these are more fun when we get a surprise caller like this, because he'll get to take his money and take it
we
up here.
we get to tell him, and then we can maybe help him double his money.
Double his money or lose it all.
Yeah, really.
The fun of playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
So he's from Denver.
You got to gamble in life, right?
He has a
Correct.
holiday campaign going on.
Denver, he's out prospecting by now.
Marketing.
Yeah.
He does up
Hello.
He does what?
there, Peter.
Hello, is this Pete Dottie?
Yes.
Pete, you're in for a surprise today. Tell him, Jim.
This is Jim and Todd and Lisa from the Take a Listing Today podcast. We're calling on behalf of ProspectsPLUS. Have you heard of that place?
Yes.
Well, you
I
are the big winner of the contest at ProspectsPLUS this week. Congratulations!
You won.
Thank you very much.
So if you have a second, we would just like to ask you a couple questions, and then we're going to give you a chance to win some money, as we do in our show that you probably listen to every week. Are you game for that?
Hey, why not? They're good guys.
So a couple questions we're going to ask you. Number one, I'll be Jim right now. So what's made you a believer in direct marketing? In other words, there's a lot of people chasing a lot of shiny objects out there. It looks like you have some systems in place. You've stayed committed and you're winning.
It works.
Okay.
It works.
It's
All right.
as simple as that.
Yeah. I mean, you send people mail and mail and mail, and eventually they either respond or drop off the list, and that's fine.
Good point. You can't just do
But
it one mass mailer and say, "Oh my gosh, nothing happened." Correct?
That's true.
What about your biggest success story that you've had from direct mail? What would that be?
Well, you know, there's any number of them, honestly. These guys at ProspectsPLUS added 1.7 million to my year 2 years ago.
Wow.
They did? Darn.
But it's just a continual thing, and sometimes you just have to use your own. I use my sense of humor, which some people question.
Oh, believe me, they question ours every week
Yeah,
on
we
the
get
show
that
too.
all the time as well. This is going to be a good call.
So yeah, we're on the same page with you.
I love it, Pete. And I was looking at your upload, your own design that you do. I think it's fantastic. It's just fantastic.
Well, each one is each one is thoughtful.
Yeah.
Each one is. I had a lot of fun with one a month ago. I had downloaded this picture in a green and white T-shirt, little boy, and he had his fist curled up like I'm really angry.
Right.
Yeah. And, yeah. And I've had it. I want to move. Was the message.
Oh, that's funny. With him on it.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
And
I love it.
express yourself.
I love it.
That's great. Pete, how do you budget for your postcard marketing? Can you tell us how you come up with that budget?
Nope.
Okay, good talk. Well, then let's move on.
So in other words, you just make it happen. That's just a part of your game plan. You don't question it. You just go.
Yeah, I've just done it for so many years. I got 500 people on that list, and they go out once a month. And I've got my others, my sphere of influence, which will provide 50% of my business.
Oh, I love what a great number. What a great number.
What would you, before we give you a chance to win money here, what would you say to somebody who's listening or watching right now who's on the fence of either doing a campaign or doing the market dominator or doing some marketing that's, I don't know, should I, what would you say to someone like that to maybe have some hesitancy, maybe a little bit scared out there in the market, but considering?
Everything works, but nothing works if you don't do something.
Right. Floyd Wickman had a good saying. He said, nothing works all the time, but everything works some of the time. It's meaning,
Floyd's good.
Right. Meaning you have to have a lot of systems in place, right? Because the market's going to change. It's going to evolve. So great mindset. I can tell you're on top of it.
A CRM is really critical.
Yes.
Contact management system, CMR, whatever they are.
Yeah. No, you got it.
And drips. I love dripping.
Yeah, I saw you have a holiday campaign with us as well that you're doing. Awesome.
Yeah. That's the holiday campaign. That's for the sphere of influence.
Yep.
Those past clients.
And that just goes out automatically for you, right?
Yeah. The only thing I don't like is I have to edit the back of it because at Christmas I had a summer message.
Gotcha.
That I noticed.
I missed that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Pete.
But that's okay. My wife says, "Oh, you're sending it out now to let them think about summer when they want to sell
there you
it
go.
out."
That put them in such a great mood,
right? And the whole key is just get it out anyway because it's another touch. Just like, Pete, real estate, real estate. So it's beautiful. Yeah. Let's give him a chance to win some money here.
And that's my license plate.
Oh, it really is?
REPETE, repeat.
Oh, wow.
I love it.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's
Smart.
Great.
Well, we're going to give you the opportunity to do some repeat business with Prospects Plus with a trivia question here. The Prospects Plus.
You're going to love it. These questions are so easy.
And this is for a $100 gift card?
Yes. So now he's got $125 coming at him. This is going to turn it into $225.
$225. It's going to be amazing.
Put your thinking cap on. This is important.
The answer is true.
That's not a choice, but I will.
He's funnier than we are.
He is. I like his. But I will give you 3 choices. You just give me the correct choice. That's all there is to it. Ready, Pete?
Okay.
All right. Here is your question. In New Hampshire, it is illegal to pick up what off of the beach? A, seaweed, B, shells, or C, drunks?
Well, you better pick up the drunk, otherwise how are they going to get home, okay? So I'm just thinking it through with you, Pete.
No. B.
Maybe they sleep it off. Your answer is shells.
Come on, be good to him. Be good to him.
Show me shells.
Oh, I would have guessed shells also.
I'm going to go with seaweed. I have no idea.
It is seaweed.
Oh, I would have never guessed that.
Because you got to save somebody on the beach. Don't you have to save them?
Huh.
Yeah. Who wants
You know what?
Answer drunk.
Let's give Pete one more chance. That almost didn't seem like a fair question, Pete.
I don't understand why they want to keep their seaweed.
That's a law somebody enacted 200 years ago, and nobody's paid attention since.
New Hampshire. They don't have beaches like we do here in Florida. So, right.
You'd probably eat the seaweed.
We can see our background.
They don't want you eating their seaweed.
All right. There's no seaweed back there. Good point, Todd.
Yes.
All right. Let's try this one, Pete. Question number 2. Which American president was involved in the Watergate scandal? Was it A, Reagan, B, Nixon, or C, Clinton?
B.
He's got it. That's easy. Good job.
Going
Good
right
job.
for Clinton.
Good
Is
job.
that the right answer? Look at that. How about that? Congratulations, Pete.
$225 for Pete, correct?
Yes, 225.
And what about a coffee mug? We'll send to Pete the official Take a Listing Today coffee mug and the official Take a Listing Today t-shirt.
Yep.
Some swag from the show, Pete.
That's amazing. Pete, thank you very much for joining us today.
Keep up the great work. You're on fire out there.
So one of the biggest concerns that agents have is finding ways to stand out in the crowded marketplace of other agents. Why then do so many agents copy what the other agents are doing? That doesn't make sense. From websites to scripts, originality is sabotaged at every turn. And this is most apparent when it becomes apparent when you look at the agents.
You're a parent.
Right.
I'm a parent. Oh, don't tell me about
Most
that.
are parents.
Get reminded about that every day. It's most apparent with the agent's photographs.
And part of the challenge, I think, we're going to have some fun with this today, is the following. And you guys know this, and we know this, is I've seen this so many times when I've gone back to the print shop, or if I've looked at marketing that comes in the mail, or if I talk to realtors that I go visit. They'll work hard to get the photo, and then they'll be like, okay, boom, I'm done with that. And they won't revisit that for many years because it's people hate looking at themselves. They hate all that, right? In their mind, it's done.
Right.
So it needs to be updated, needs to be current, needs to be modern. The ideas we're going to give you here, implement them, use them, because it will not make you, it's going to notch you up a couple metrics.
Right. It's going to make you stand out. And we have asked Lisa to demonstrate these faux pas that we have.
Yes.
Now look at this. We've actually done the research. 9 out of 10 photos always have the agent's hands either on their hips or their arms are crossed. So Lisa, hands on the hips.
Okay.
These are the 1980s photos, 1990s.
Wow, you're destroying it.
Okay.
Watch where you're standing there. Hands.
Okay.
Our arms crossed.
The chin. Can we see the chin, please?
Okay, and then what was the other one?
Right.
The chin.
Hands on the hips.
Yeah, I did that one.
Hand on
Oh,
the chin.
Yes.
Okay.
One hand on the chin.
Right.
The chin.
The thinker.
I'm deep in thought.
Yes.
I'm deep in thought. I'm thinking now.
So we don't want to see any of these type of photos anymore. That was done at the Olin Mill Studios in the 90s, and yeah, we skipped that.
Or your high school glamour shot.
The iPhone and the Android can take better photos than those places. Okay.
And if the last professional photo you had done was your high school graduation photo, you need to update. You know, the idea
at least touch it up and put some gray in it.
Professional, I have to say it again,
is often overdone.
If you're
right?
going with professional and it's not really telling the story of who you are or the clientele you work with, you've missed it. You've missed it.
Correct.
Please go back and do something that really tells the story of who you are and is engaging and friendly. And we're going to talk about that. So we'll move along.
We're going to talk about what you need to make better. Let's start with your face. Lisa, that's terrible. What do you mean, let's start with your face? Get that better.
How do they change that? What? Makeup, plastic surgery?
You read that wrong.
Oh,
there
boy.
needed to be like a comma in there or a period somewhere.
Well, maybe we should have somebody put that in next time. All right. About 5 years ago, the folks at photofeeder.com conducted a study to determine what elements reliably produce a better professional headshot photo. The study found that slightly squinting your eyes makes you appear more competent and influential.
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 He reads exactly as it's written.
In addition,
that's a little too squinty. It looks like you need Magoo glasses.
In addition, the study showed eyes wide open connotates fear.
Like in the movies, you open the door and you see the ghost. Ah!
Wait a minute.
or over caffeinated. It would also connote.
Now,
Hi, welcome to my house. Yeah.
Whoever made up the opening slide of our podcast here, they used a photo of me with my eyes. It looks like I'm staring.
I'd like mine redone too. They kept an old one of me. My hair's better nowadays.
Yeah,
right?
Look at that. We don't.
On the mug. You look scared.
We need to have somebody. Can we have somebody change that?
Do you have fear?
Yes. Can we get someone on that, please?
I want to use a photo that shows me squinting, not with my eyes wide open.
So you look smart.
Right.
Okay.
That's all it takes. All right.
Yeah, but you got this next one right. Listen, the next one.
Okay. What about smile or not smile, or open mouth or closed? No smile, according to Photo Feeder's study, destroys your likability. Closing your mouth when you smile had no effect on whether or not you appear competent, but it will make you look likable. So smile and close your mouth.
Well, wait, we're not done. Keep reading.
Okay, there's more.
Yeah.
The best thing to do with your mouth during a photo shoot is to allow your teeth to show when you smile. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
And I think the key to all that, really what we just said, is really be natural. Don't try to force something that's not you. Bring the best you to the table.
Right. If you don't naturally smile with your teeth, you're going to look ridiculous. So don't do that.
Right.
But if you don't have a teethy grin, anyway, in the study they said that showing the teeth boosts competence and likability.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Showing your teeth
Okay.
boosts confidence and likability.
Well, and what Lisa
that
said
does not look
earlier,
natural.
what you said earlier was a great point, is that with the phones nowadays, with the iPhones, the Androids,
Yeah.
people can take these concepts we're giving them and have in their phone 8 or 10 photos, different backgrounds, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, and then go to people that will tell them the truth and say, okay, which one is going to be my best marketing?
Right.
Go to your broker, go to people, delete, boom, I got it.
Well, and here's what I want our audience to know. That I was in the industry of photography industry years ago. Don't think if you're doing this on your phone or your friend has a camera that 3 photos will do it.
Right.
Just keep smiling different ways, turn your head, try an angle, put your chin down, try another angle. Get 50 photos.
Mm-hmm.
Just, seriously.
You find a good one.
And
there.
you will,
Exactly.
yeah, and you'll find 1 or 2 that you really like out of that. So don't think you're going to get it on 3 photos, 5 photos. Just take a ton of photos.
And with today's phones, that's
go
easy
through.
to do. We don't have
Yeah.
to schedule it. Boom,
Try
boom, boom.
different lighting. If you're outside, make sure that the sun is behind the person taking the
Yep.
picture, so it's coming at you. Look for shadows.
that way
things
you'll
like
squint and you'll look intelligent, right?
Like you tried to do a few minutes. I think it worked.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I couldn't see anything when I was squinting. But
Right.
That doesn't matter.
Okay, that doesn't matter. I looked like I could see
Yeah.
things, and you're right. All right. Finally, be mindful of what you do with your chin. We have a tendency to tilt it skyward when photographed. Keep it down. Nobody wants to look up your nose.
Well, and on the chin thing, and I was just talking about angles, a great thing to do when you're getting ready to get some photos taken of you, go in the mirror and look at your face and try to put your chin down. Try to smile a full smile. Try a half smile. Try and turn your face slightly to the right, slightly to the left, and see what are your best angles.
Right.
Everybody's got a best side of their face. Everybody has best angles.
I'm not
of
sure
their
we have one.
face.
We're in trouble there.
Yeah, we're
We're
the
in
backside might be the best side
Wait,
for
keep
us,
turning,
actually.
keep
It's,
turning.
Wait, it might be that
Right.
bald
Keep
spot.
turning.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. It's there.
Oh, wow. She's on fire this morning, isn't
Oh,
she?
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Whatever's in that bottle,
but it's
kick in.
true. And then feel what your face is doing when you see that right angle
Right.
of your face, your chin down, whatever, your smile, and then mirror that when you get in front of that camera. Okay, what was I doing? My chin was down. I had the left angle. I was smiling, half smile, that type of thing. And also
Well,
smile.
and think about how important this is, because this will go on all of your marketing,
Yes.
every single thing. So it's not like, oh, I did a photo 2 years ago, I'm all good, I don't want to deal with that. No, we got to deal with that, because
Right.
if the game is scheduled, you
everything.
decided to play, you might as well win. Yes,
It's the first introduction to
Right.
you. And we are a visual species.
correct.
It matters. It really does. And you know what? Everything is in the eyes. So make sure when you're smiling for your photo that you're smiling with your eyes. I know that sounds really funny, but feel it. When you're getting those photos taken,
Yes.
feel that smile coming through your eyes. That's why very often you'll see people smiling in a photo and their eyes have that fear look or whatever, because the eyes are telling the story. They may be
Right.
smiling, but they were uncomfortable.
It's not all congruent there, right?
Yeah.
So you
So
have to
make
smile with your eyes while you're squinting?
We just confused Jim here.
And what's your chin doing?
I'm
I
a
don't
little-
want to see
my
in
chin-
your nose.
Okay,
My chin is
next
up in the
sentence,
air.
We're doing great.
No,
We're doing
okay.
great. We're
Chin
doing
is
great.
down.
All right. Chin down. Okay.
Chin down.
All right. So let's talk about striking a pose now.
Now your eyes are too open.
You're supposed to be squinting.
Well, I have to have them open because I'm pointing my chin down so much. If I had stayed in radio,
Oh,
I wouldn't
boy.
have this problem. Okay.
Correct.
Let's talk about striking a pose. News anchor at Houston's KPRC Channel 2, Dominique Sashi, offers some clever tricks on what to do with your body in your photo. She recommends you avoid that staged pose of the 45-degree pivot with the hand on the hip. Lisa,
45-degree pivot.
45-degree pivot, hand on the hip.
45-degree pivot. Is that it?
Wow.
Right. We've never got like this. But, I mean, this show might get either the most ratings or the fewest.
Why do you keep coming over here? You have your own camera on you, right?
No.
Yeah, but
no.
I want to be in front of you guys, so all the attention's on me.
That's why she wanted her own camera. You see what's happening here? Now, I will say,
You're right.
though.
I can do it from here. I can do it. No, my head gets cut off.
I will say about striking a pose, like even today, like if you look at you switch channels, right, and you see the steals of Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, and those news anchors they don't hire ugly people, but it's interesting to see their poses.
Yeah.
Right. It's how they do it because it's been well thought out. So every MSNBC, all of them.
Oh, you
Their
bet.
stills are very interesting to look at because they are thought out times 500.
Oh, yeah. And just how they're facing the camera. They have the angle of their
Right.
face. They have their chin. They know exactly how to do all
And a lot of
that.
time it's them four together, like it'd be us together. So they're
Right.
working on their best version of them.
Oh, you bet. You bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could work on a better version of us. Then next time we get some photos,
Mug,
we can.
I'm
use
going
these
to get
things.
Mug 2.0 version
Right.
because I think I
Right,
mean,
we're-
my hair is better looking
Actually,
than that.
look
now.
at
Right.
my eyes on the mug. I look
Yeah.
terrified.
Well,
Maybe it's because
we
I'm
can
between
see that.
the
Right,
two
exactly.
of you.
We might keep it then
Right.
so we can have fun with her.
Yeah,
We'll just keep it how it is.
I
All
think
right.
I look scared between you two.
the people looking at your photo are terrified, I think. Anyway,
Yeah. People
Moving
go have
on.
a cup of coffee and they spill it because they go, whoa. It's too-
Scary.
so you want to hear about an epidemic in real estate? It's crossing your arms.
Yeah.
The
I
ubiquitous
can do
pose.
that from here. I'm doing
Yes.
the arm cross.
There you are, the arm cross.
I saw some back in the print shop.
What does
with
that
the
tell
arm
us?
cross.
Old-fashioned body language 101. You were a police officer. What does that tell us? We all know this. What's the answer? Hey, I'm closed off.
Mm-hmm.
Scare.
and as-
Closed off.
Shy.
Don't really want to hear what you have to say.
Well,
You're not.
Well, think about this. The casinos. I lived in Vegas 3 years. So if you walk by any casino, this is interesting, in the games like blackjack and all that, none of them, if they're sitting there at an empty table, I read this, and you'll see it visually now. None of them got an empty table like this. They're trained to have their arms open. So if you walk by them
yes, of
in the
course,
future,
of course.
blackjack, poker, anything, their arms are open because it's an
Boy,
invite
their
team.
arms get tired. I bet.
Right? They have to. Otherwise, you're done. Yep.
They do. They
Yeah.
do.
Now that you say that, that's so true. Yeah, and it's a defensiveness too. It's so
Right.
funny because
Don't go to me. Come to me.
have you ever been in some situation where you realize your arms are like that and you're like, wow.
No, sometimes it's comfort sometimes, but most of the time it's
It's a message. It's sending a message.
Yeah, subconscious.
Right.
So don't do it.
Now, how about what to wear? Fortunately, here on our show, it's easy because we were given these wonderful shirts. You just pull one out, and then it's perfect for any
Exactly.
occasion.
We don't even have to think about it. Yep.
But for real estate professionals out there, what to wear is a common conundrum for many agents.
A common conundrum.
Yes.
This will be in our gift shop in version 11.0 next year.
Yeah, the
right?
gift shop on our website. One size fits all. I would recommend that. It'll be great.
Size fits all.
Well, just to see if it catches on.
Right,
first.
exactly. We can't be buying a bunch of
That'll
different
look great
sizes.
on most women. Like a nightshirt.
It'll be
Okay.
fine.
Sure.
All right, here's the answer. It depends. Wow, that's brilliant, Lisa. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed our show here. That's the answer.
Yeah,
It
the whole thing depends, you guys. Good luck. We hope everything
All
works
right.
out.
Don't wear the one size fits all shirt. Don't do that.
All right. So wear clothing that is appropriate to either your typical clientele or to your marketplace. Luxury agents or those who specialize in country property, farms, and ranches will have no problem with this. If you're a real estate generalist, consider business casual attire, something a bit less formal than corporate business attire, but still professional.
Exactly. And last week when we went into the print shop, I saw some great casual photos, probably taken with phones.
Right.
But the one thing I would say to improve it is to give yourself a better background so there's contrast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you're
Right.
wearing something brown, you don't want brown. Like I saw some great photos. I'm like, oh, that'd be great, but she needed better contrast or brick behind her or a different color.
Right,
You
right,
know.
right. No, I agree with you. And sometimes that background is a little too busy. So try
Right.
and
It's
maybe
taken
find
away.
a way. I mean, you don't want to stand in front of a wall. First of all, you're going to have a weird shadow behind you. But
Yeah.
yeah, try and I agree.
Whatever they pick.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Try and find something that's not so busy that it's hard to,
Right.
define
Still looks good
them
and classy, but it
on
lets
the
you
space.
stand out.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep.
Right. Now, for you women out there, typically you might wear a skirt or slacks, a button-down blouse, and closed-toe shoes. For men, how about a button-down shirt, slacks, and dress shoes, according to FitSmallBusiness.com. And you can get even more tips than the wonderful cornucopia of stuff that we've given you so far
Cornucopia?
by listening to Ann Straders at thestreet.com. You might want to go check that out after our show. Again, this should be adjusted to your marketplace. No one will be horrified at a photograph of a female agent in Hawaii wearing open-toed shoes.
Well, and you know what I would say?
Unless you need a manicure.
As long as she has nice feet.
Right.
The idea of a skirt, blouse, and closed-toed shoes, if that is not you, if you don't own
Correct.
that and you have to go buy that to take the photo, you're not representing yourself. You're not going to feel comfortable in that outfit. That
Yes.
photo's not going to look good.
It's just like people we've had on the show before. It's been interesting because we grab their marketing, and it's if they're fun and goofy and crazy, their photo is fun, goofy, crazy, but it's strong. You can see them. It's great.
You want to be
If they're the
yourself.
suit and tie person, you know, make it the shirt and tie, but make it strong. Make it a great photo. This matters. Go back and revisit this. Some agents have not revisited this for quite a while.
Whatever outfit you put on that makes you feel really good about yourself, you're going to take a great photo in that outfit.
Right.
And you know, it's interesting. Everybody thinks maybe many people think the suit, the tie, the dress, the whatever. You know, the sales industry from the 80s until now has completely changed. My husband was in that industry. He had the full suit, tie, button, you know, it was
like IBM days.
You're going to get married or something. And that's how he had it out every day. And then I remember the period of time, early 2000, where it was just the nice business shirt with the tie, no jacket any longer. You could have dress khaki pants. I mean, it really evolved into a more approachable, friendly type of look. And that's really what's happened in this industry. If you feel comfortable in a suit, if that's the kind of thing you wear, or a dress, or high heels, or a skirt, go for it. Do it.
You've got to be you. So when you show up, you're you. Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
Now, here's how you shouldn't show up. You ready for this?
Oh, boy.
It's good.
Here we go.
All right. Let's lose the dangling earrings, the low-cut blouses, unbuttoned men's shirts,
The over fluffed hair.
a.k.a. Bee Gees style. You know, the Bee Gees were
What
a
if
great
somebody
group.
likes the Bee Gees? That's going to hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
What if that's their favorite band
Well,
still?
okay, if you're going to do that, you have to have a gold chain.
Okay. Fair
gold
enough.
chain, some platform shoes, bell bottoms.
Right, like
Polyester.
James Brown style.
Right,
And the
exactly.
shirt has to be polyester, then you can do it.
Right. Skin-tight clothing, things like that are not the professional impression that you want to make as a real estate agent. Now, if you stroll up to a listing with the Bee Gees jamming out of your car, I think that would make a wonderful impression on
Exactly.
the people
So
in
go
the
back and
house.
revisit your photo. Make sure it's exactly how you want it. Do not be afraid. People will help you. We have the iPhones. We have the Samsungs. You have your broker. You have people in the office that will tell you the truth. So you could take, like Lisa said, 50 photos, different, take a half hour out. Take a friend out to lunch or coffee and say, boom, help me with this. And they will. People want to help each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Ask him that some more. All right. Well, thank you for joining our show today. And don't forget, today's podcast is brought to you by our friends at ProspectsPLUS, who generate, millions of dollars in sales for their customers.
And we give away money.
And we give away $100 gift cards. Seems kind of puny compared to a couple $1 million coming in. But anyway, ProspectsPLUS.com is their website. They'll make it so much easier for you to become a real estate superstar. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.